What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Now I'm going to slow this down because this is not news that we need to celebrate, get excited over, but I think we do have to have this conversation. Are bodybuilders dying at a faster rate than everybody else? Here's the issue. Today we found out, rest in peace, there's a guy that I've followed for a long time, a guy who was bodybuilding, and I saw when I was just getting started, British bodybuilder Sean Dinosaur Davis is dead at 57 years old. 57 is very young. It's not crazy young like these 22, 23, even teenage athletes we see dying suddenly on soccer fields and football fields all over the place. But it's young, and he leaves behind people who love him, and it's hard to see. So, of course, we get the normal chorus of bodybuilders killing themselves, of bodybuilders being unhealthy. And I'm not saying they are, because I have a whole nother video talking about someone who talked about, and you'll love this video, talked about how the IFBB should provide everyone with insurance. That's another video. If you guys want to see that video, comment down below. But the bottom line is, the question is, are bodybuilders dying at a higher rate than most people in countries like Israel, like the UK, like America? We're not going to talk about Africa because their all-cause mortality, from what I understand, has not increased. We're not going to talk about that continent, not the underdeveloped countries, right? We're not going to talk about that. I don't want this to be one of those conspiracy theories videos, but I think that we're doing everybody and everything, and we're doing humanity and injustice by not asking the questions. Why are people dying? To this post on RX Muscle, I believe. Was it RX Muscle? On RX Muscle, props to Dave and his crew over there. Love y'all. Dave, shout. And by the way, if you're not following RX Muscle for all the current news on YouTube, Instagram, and everywhere else they are, then you're an idiot. Everybody needs to follow these guys. That's where I get my news. I get a lot of my news from RX Muscle. Some Generation Iron, not going to lie, I love Generation Iron. They post a lot of clickbaity stuff, but yeah, they do get the news first. Here's my comment. The fact of the matter is that all-cause mortality is up in all populations. We have had both a novel virus and novel therapy for said virus, plus other factors caused by lockdowns, from inactivity to mental health issues, and the UK, where Sean Dinosaur Davis was from, was very restrictive. I think death is increased, and some of them just happen to be bodybuilders. May he rest in peace. A lot to unpack here, guys. A lot to unpack. To that, I get some data from the Israel Central Bureau of Statistics. The data is for October 2023. Numbers will increase next update, so this isn't even the final data, but it is the most current data I could find on the interwebs from credible sources, not from the guys who I think are great, like Dr. Malone, RFK Jr., Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I said Aaron Rodgers, just playing. Look, man, anybody who could heal an Achilles injury that fast, that should be our health minister. So Israel, with a 99% inoculation rate for the said virus, right? Number of deaths monthly from all causes, ages 0 to 49, so young individuals, October 2015 to October 2023. In 2015, 266 deaths. 2016, 235 deaths. 2017, 272 deaths. 2018, 284 deaths. 2019, 271 deaths. 2020, the pandemic, 261 deaths. 2021, 280 deaths. 2022, again, these are all pandemic years, 251 deaths. 2023, after all of the shots were given, 1,114 deaths. Again, the old high was 284 in 2018, which, if I'm not mistaken, was the year that big flu hit. You remember that big flu in 2018? 1,114. I don't know what the hell's causing it. There's a lot of things that can cause it, right? So in America, during the lockdowns, they closed gyms, they told you to stay indoors, and they delivered fast food and beer to people. Everybody knows fat people die more readily than non-fat people. We just made people fat. Made people fatter, right? All right, check it out. We had a virus that does impact the heart. But that shit was around in 2020, 2021, and 2022. What happened during the year of 2023 that caused this? Again, we don't know how long that stays in the system. But there's one thing that's come along that wasn't around the beginning of the pandemic, that was around at the end. And I'm not going to say what that was, but you can guess. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know if that's the thing, but I will say that the UK was much more harsh in forcing people to get this than many parts of the USA. For example, I didn't get it. You couldn't have done anything to make me get that thing. I would have gone to prison before getting that thing. What's going on? And again, I'm not the one who is going to say it's one thing or another. I'm not an expert, but I'm reading the same stuff you guys are reading. What is causing this? I don't know. I don't know. But we need to find out, why are athletes suddenly dropping dead? I think it's just as likely that it's from the actual virus than it is from the treatment for the virus. I think they both are bad. Nobody said it's good. Nobody said it's not a big deal. But I will say that if you're young and you're not obese, it's not that crazy. I'm not going to go and say it's just the flu. The numbers demonstrate that it's not, I mean, Bill Gates, I'll quote Bill Gates. Bill Gates literally said it's pretty much just like the flu. I don't know. Again, man, I'm Coach Marc. I'm not Dr. Marc. I'm not virologist Marc, but I'm also bodybuilder Marc, and I want to know why my people are dying. Because at the end of the day, you might think I suck, but I have a pro card, so I can officially call myself a bodybuilder now. Why are my brethren dying? No one can answer that. No, everybody's like, well, it's the steroids. We've always been on steroids. You think that bodybuilders just, oh my goodness, steroids, these will make me big. No, man. I don't even see that many bodybuilders dying. I know a lot of guys juiced to the gills who, man, they're going to live long lives, it seems. I know a lot of 60, 70-year-old guys who didn't get that, who are just thriving, right? So what is causing them to die? Here's my opinion. I don't think bodybuilders are dying at a higher rate than everybody else. You see the statistics. This is just one of many. Google it. Look on X. Like, you're going to see that the mortality rates are up. I don't think bodybuilders are dying more than anybody else. I think that what's happening is people are dying more. So naturally speaking, we'll have a percentage of our population of bodybuilders dying. And they probably will die more. You want to know why? Because if these two things, the virus and the cure for the virus or the treatment, if they both impact the heart, and bodybuilders are taking things that increase the risk of heart disease, that increase the risk of heart attacks, that increase the risk of hypertrophy of the heart, that increase these risks of heart damage, So maybe if you don't take steroids, you don't have those, or if you're not an athlete. Maybe if you're an athlete, athletes naturally have bigger hearts, even if they're not on steroids. So if you're an athlete, the guys who are dying suddenly, and you've either had the virus or you've had the treatment, perhaps it's the combination of having a large heart, having these other risk factors, pushing your heart every day through training, combined with this impact that this treatment and or virus have on your body. That's what's causing these hearts to give out. Now, I don't know why this dude died. I don't know. There's no cause of death listed. But that's why this is not my lead. My lead is not him dying. That's just got me thinking about this, man. Bodybuilders are dying, but so is everyone else. I could easily say, hey, man, we need to stop playing soccer because only soccer players keep dying suddenly. So I want to ask you this. Why do you think people are dying? There's no debate about it. Mortality is up. People are dying more often. The numbers aren't lying. They're pretty evident that something is causing people to die. Whether it's the effect of lockdowns, whether it's the effect of bacteria buildup in your mask, I don't know. It's not my thing. I do know this. For the sake of YouTube, whatever the CDC and WHO says is gospel, and they are never wrong. So listen to them. But nonetheless, guys, let me know your thoughts. Those are my thoughts. I think we are vilifying a group because it's easy. Steroids, they're dying. What about Jill down the street whose heart just stopped in the middle of the night? What about this soccer athlete dying suddenly? Are you going to shit on their legacy saying that it's because of some performance-enhancing drug? Come on. These bodybuilders deserve better than that. And you deserve better than that for looking like a stupid smooth brain for blaming everything on steroids. Abusing steroids is not good by any means, but you're telling me that the steroid user is more unhealthy than an idiot who puts back a six-pack a night and then goes out drinking with his buddies on Saturday and Sunday? Are you telling me their liver's in better shape, their heart's in better shape? We don't vilify people for going out and drinking with their kids at soccer tournaments, driving their kids around, then getting crunk in the hotel lobby with other parents. We don't vilify them, but God forbid someone takes TRT or competes and takes some steroids. They're automatically you cast them from society. Look, man, your favorite idols as kids were on steroids, bro. Marc McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, right? You want to know about the NFL? Let me tell you something. These guys are not 280 pounds jacked when the average lineman in the 70s was like 180 pounds, right? Like that didn't happen because of food and training. It partly did, but you're telling me there's no PEDs with your sports ball? We need to stop this, dude. It's ridiculous. Bodybuilders take risks, but so do everyone else. We should ban boxing now because there's too much risk. Oh, of course, there's no PEDs in boxing. There's no money in that. We should ban football because they run head first into each other. And but you can't anymore. Those targeting penalties, which are stupid, by the way. Look, man, I want to know your thoughts, dude. I think more people are just dying, and we need to find out why. Let me know your thoughts. That's not a game. The outright bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the outright bar when and where you need it.